Hello everyone, my name is Hugo, and for today's video, I'm going to interview myself. That's right.
Please tell about yourself.
Okay, so my full name is Hugo Kayana Putra Rosidi. Everyone calls me Hugo, and I was born in East Jakarta, and my school is in IDN boarding school. And I live somewhere over here. I can't tell you where it is, but nevertheless, my dream is to become an artist or a YouTuber, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Well, anyways, I'm happy to be in IDN. Okay, it's a great place.
How was your IT skill before coming to IDN?
Okay, so on a scale from 0 to 100, that would be 0, because I never really got into making games before. So we make games from scratch, .NET.edu, but I've heard of it before. I've heard of it, but I did not uh, try it, at least not once.
What's your ability during learning at IDN?
So in the end, we learn on making applications, games, and designing. We learn about designing a lot. Actually, no, we made applications a lot more than designings. But yeah. And for English, we learn how to speak with our grammar. Actually, just how to speak correctly. And yes, we still learn about grammar, and we still learn a lot of English stuff that I don't know about. We also use quizzes, which is like a fun game. Wait, no, we use Kahoot, so we can play games while learning. It's a lot of fun back then. Okay, and for dunya, we learn about our religion. We learn akidah, fiqh, adab, and so much more.
What kind of game have you created?
So the kind of games that I created, well, first of all, I created all of my games in scratch.net.edu. I always wanted to learn how to make games on Unity back when I was still at 7th grade, but uh, I never really learned C sharp. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I made it all on Scratch, and the two of the games that I proudly made was called Duck Invasions and Battle and BVT, I think it was called. I forgot what the acronym was, but it's there. And basically, Duck Invasion is where it's like Duck Hunt but in Scratch. So basically, you just shoot ducks, get as many points. Oh wait, no, I think you just get 100 points, and then after that, you finish the game or something. And for BVT, you just punch beetles. I think that's it.
What kind of websites have you created?
I created the really bad web, maybe like the worst ones. It's so bad that I don't even want to show it here. It's just it's just really cringe. It's really bad. It doesn't even have any like design to it. It's just a black screen and a text, a black background, and a blue text. I think that's what it was back then.
What kind of design have you created?
Okay, so the designs are pretty cool, I might say. Basically, we design apps, and we also design posters. For the first posters that we made, we just copied it from Canva and then just edited it out. But for the applications, for me personally, I created them. It was really, really fun to make, and it really gets your creativity out there, you know. I also try to do what's on the trending designs, like glass morphism or dark mode or colorfulness thing. Basically that.
What kind of app have you created?
So, okay, so most of the apps I created, I made them in Android Studio and with two languages, I think. One, 20 applications was made in Java and 13 was made in Flutter. I didn't really understand Flutter that much, so that's why it was still at 13. And I did more designs more than Flutter because making applications kinda really hard, and it gets kind of boring when you're making too much applications. But yeah, so my applications, it's about like educations or something. So basically it tells information about this, about that, and one of the cool applications, the normal cool looking applications I made was called Planets app, where I just talk about planets, where the application just talk about the solar system and the planets. I really like it because of the design, and that's it.
Have you ever become a trainer? If so, when?
Yeah, I have become a trainer in IDN back when I was 7th grade. No, I think it was, yes, at 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, all of them, I taught teachers and students. And I also have earned a lot of money from them, maybe.
How much money did you get from that project?
I got around 750,000 rupiahs or 850,000 rupiahs, I don't know. It's been a really long time, a year maybe.
Opinion about IDN?
Okay, so IDN is pretty great. It's not bad. Like, I give it an 8 out of 10. The 2 is because of the lack of water and electricity, because every time it rains it just goes out, and the internet kind of lags too. But I understand that there is a lot of people using internet connection there, and yeah, IDN is also a great place to start off when you wanted to become a developer or a designer, starting from a very young age.
What's the most interesting experience when learning at IDN?
Okay, so the most interesting thing that I learned in IDN was when we ride horses. Horses are really is really great. Okay, I like to ride them because it's just fun, and of course we had to take turns with other classmates, of course, and I also like to learn about English so that I can just get out of this place, get out of Indonesia maybe, because it kinda really hot. It's really hot in Indonesia, and it gets kind of boring when you're still at one country. And maybe I'll go somewhere like Japan or America, somewhere like that.
Give us tips and tricks for junior.
Okay, so for all of my junior high schoolers out there, try to not get in trouble, okay? Just try not to get in trouble. The last time I got in trouble was I did push-ups for like 200 times with my friends, of course, because they got in trouble too. And I get hit with a PVC pipe, I think that's what it's called, and it really hurts a lot. So try not to get in trouble if you don't want to get punished or badly hurt. Okay.
Give us tips and tricks for the people who want to register and participate in IDN.
Okay, so for this one, you just have to do your best and not get in trouble as well. And basically, it's like the same tip that I gave just a second ago, actually.
Where do you want to continue study? And why?
I want to continue study at IDN because they now have a class that's about designing, which is great because I kind of like designing, and it's easy for me to do. Very easy for me to do actually. You just drag and drop stuff there, put some colors in there and some text in there, and then boom, design. Epic.
What is your future? And why?
Well, my future, I said this in the first part of the video, but my future is to either become an artist or a YouTuber. A YouTuber because I can get money while playing games, and I also can get friends as well, maybe. And an artist because drawing is like my hobby, and basically you can get at least $100 in a day, maybe more than that actually, if you're really a hardworking artist, of course. And right now I'm still at school and cannot do any of that.
What should you do to achieve your future?
I just gotta do what I do best, and hopefully that there would be no obstacles that can stop me there.
Any word for IDN?
Okay, so I don't have any words for IDN, but I only have one simple word for IDN, and that is just do what you can and do what's best. Okay, so that's the end of my interview with myself, I guess. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in another life.